Ja.
Welcome to the Netherlands, and welcome to the #1 university in the Netherlands. Tio University of Applied Sciences offers you small-scale, personal, and high-quality private education in the fields of business, hospitality, and tourism. All campuses offer international business management in English. In Amsterdam, Utrecht, and Rotterdam, you can follow the bachelor programs Hotel and Event Management, International Tourism Management, and Commerce Economics and Entrepreneurship in English. Tio also offers a Master of Business Administration in English in Amsterdam, Utrecht, Rotterdam, and Groningen. You are surrounded by motivated students and lecturers with extensive practical experience.
It's really different as well from Brazil. The classes are really small.
I love the Netherlands. There's a lot of nice people and they're all kind, and I like my university and the experience.
At Tio, you will find small-scale, personal, and high-quality education. Tio means great atmosphere, the option of accelerated studying and lecturers with extensive practical experience.
All of them, they have like their own business or they work somewhere else.
The way they inspire us.
They actually see the view from the market.
At Tio, the maximum number of students per classroom is 16. On average, a class consists of just 10 students.
It's smaller and teacher can follow you better. Like they really care about you. In my university, we are a lot within a class. And I found really motivating also and surprising for me that teacher really cares about you.
We have a lot of practical classes as well.
Put into practice what you have learned during exciting projects.
This week, all students from Amsterdam and Utrecht doing the English course are taking over a Stay OK hostel in Bergen op Zoom, and we're creating it into a 4-star hotel.
Another good example of practical education is the study trip.
I'm here actually in Riga today on a study trip, and we're here to visit multiple companies and also to have fun in the city.
To prepare you for your future career, you gain experience during multiple internships in a country of your choice. So Tio offers an international atmosphere with a growing number of international students coming to Tio every year.
These are my friends and family for the rest of my career.
The people are very international here. So you have a lot of people who speak English. You can find your way around really easily. And it's not like you dive into an entirely new culture because it's so international here.
And to finish it off, at Tio, you can earn your bachelor's degree in just 3 years. Tio is proclaimed as the best small university of applied sciences in the Netherlands by the Higher Education Guide 2021.
Yes, I really like it here.
Thank you, Luke. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Emily. I'm an international student from Luxembourg who studied at Tio University, and I'm an alumni now. So I'm very happy to present Tio University to you today. And with me is Elisa. Elisa, if you would like to introduce yourself as well.
Of course, thank you, Emily. So my name is Elise. I'm from Tio Utrecht. I'm studying hotel and event management, and I'm in my second year.
Great. Okay, thank you so much. So I think it was very exciting for all of you to see the video just now. And first, I would like to tell you a bit about Tio University and its programs. So we have 5 different programs that we offer, of which 4 are bachelor programs. And today we will be talking about hotel and event management, our bachelor program. So Elise, tell me a little bit. You are studying hotel and event management, right? Could you tell me how far along you are and a bit more about the schedule of the program? So how many years are you doing the program and what is your favorite subject, etc.?
So currently I'm in my second year, and my program can be different in 3 years, 4 years, and 2.5 years, but I'm currently doing it in 4 years. You have 2 semesters per year, and that's for me really great. You don't have that much pressure on yourself. And my favorite course, I think, is reservation system. It was really fun to really look into the hotel part of the reservating, and really looking in that part of reservations.
That sounds really exciting. Thank you so much. Yes, so all students studying hotel and event management can do their bachelor in either 4 or 3 years, just like Elisa is doing right now. And the difference is that the programs will either give you your internship in the summer or the internship during the semester. So now I will tell you a bit about why you should actually study in the Netherlands. And there are a few fun facts. So first of all, Dutch people actually speak the best English as a second language in the entire world. So that means next to all first language speakers such as the United States or United Kingdom, Dutch people are actually really good at speaking English. So this makes it very easy for international students to come to the Netherlands. Furthermore, 1 out of 10 students is actually international who is studying in the Netherlands. So that means that there's also a very international community, and that way, again, more fun and also easy for international students to adapt. Not only that, the Netherlands is the #1 in work-life balance in Europe, which means that Dutch people really do know how to work hard, but they also know how to play hard. And I think this is one of the unique things about Tio as well. And maybe, Elisa, you could tell me a bit more about what you think is unique about Tio and why students should choose to study at Tio instead of at a normal university.
For me, the big difference from a normal university and from Tio is the small classes. I really love the interaction that you can have with your students and also with your teacher. You get really more the feeling that you can be guided and that you can be listened to by your teachers and also by your students.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. I agree. I mean, from my own experience as well, that it was something very unique. The fact that the classes are smaller is really, really nice. But also, I think the project-based learning is great. I'll get to that in a bit. But some other USPs of Tio is the fact that all teachers are actually still working in the market at the moment. So a lot of the teachers are, for example, working in a hotel, or they have their own industry which they're working in. And they can give you some examples during classes of their, day-to-day life. And Elisa, is there any teacher or any class you had where they gave you a fun story which helped you during your class?
Yeah, I think in all my classes, they have told me a story about what they have done in their earlier years. And it's really a good example of the material that they have given us for example, an assignment to do. So it was really, really awesome to hear something from the experience from the teachers.
Yes, I can imagine. And that's exactly the reason why Tio is doing that as well. So this is something really unique that is not always like that in all universities. But also Tio is really focusing on making sure that students can excel. And the way they do this is, for example, by giving students the opportunity to choose their own courses. So a lot of the courses themselves they can choose. And by choosing a specialization that you're interested in, you will also be more motivated and will actually do better at those courses. So this is something very unique as well. So maybe Elisa, you can tell me, of course, Tio is very focused on learning by doing, and it's very entrepreneurial. But could you tell me a bit about, for example, some projects?
Of course. One of my favorite projects was that you have to invent a restaurant or a hotel. And of course, the teacher is there to help you guide with the whole idea. And you just literally have to brainstorm by yourself or with a classmate and make literally just something out of nothing. It's really awesome to do that.
Okay, that's really cool. That sounds really, really fun. I also saw some other classmates of mine back in the day when I was studying at TO work on these projects. And I just think it's very fun because you're actually working together with other people. You will run into different kinds of problems which you might not have run into until you're working. So you're actually learning more while studying. And of course, it's a very international mindset. So you're learning things about different cultures and all those kind of things. But in general, as you can see on the slide, around 80% of the courses are actually very practical. So this includes the projects that Elisa just told you about, but it also includes internships, a minor, and all other assignments that you can choose. So rather than just writing exams all the time, TIO really focuses on learning by doing. And this is because TIO thinks that by doing this, you will actually excel more, remember more, have more fun, and therefore, develop yourself in a better way than if you were just learning by the books. So Elisa, maybe you could tell me about your internship that you did, which is also one of the examples of practical learning.
Of course. So my internship was in Monda, so that is in Spain. I did a hotel internship, so I was working in the restaurant and then, of course, helping the guests and serving their food and their drinks.
Okay, that sounds really fun. And do you feel like you learned something during your internship?
Yes, definitely. Because not only did I learn more about my department, so the food and beverage department, I also learned more about how the hotel consists of. So it was really, really different of just normal working in a catering or a HoReCa business.
Yes, I can imagine. So TIO actually helps students find an internship, right? How did you find your internship, Elisa?
So I found my internship by looking on the website of TIO. We have a kind of website where we can find different types of companies where previous students have worked, and they can choose and look on what your preferences are and mail them, say like, hey, I would love to do my internship at your hotel or restaurant or whatever you want to do. And that's how easy it can get.
That's amazing. Yes, so TIO has a very diverse database, which they have been working on for a lot of years. So you can just apply for the database, but you will also get a study coach who will help you find an internship. And we also have a yearly career event where you can find a lot of companies And as you can see on the slide, these are just some of the examples of places that you could do your internship at while you're studying HEM. So this would be really, really fun. And very important to know is that it's a 13-week internship, and you will need to do this twice. So in the first year, as well as the second year of the course. So now quickly a moment. As Luke mentioned, we have a polling. If you guys would like, you can already answer the first poll questions. Just to let me know. Luke, maybe you could mention the poll question. Great, thank you, Luke. So just to finish on the internship, Elise, when is your next internship upcoming and what are your plans?
So my next internship should be in starting in June till August. And for my plans right now, I'm actually not having an internship because I'm going to do a different way of doing the 4-year course.
Perfect, yes. So there are actually a lot of options, as I mentioned earlier. Well, 80% nearly you can choose yourself. So Tio looks at what you would like to do, and if you would like to develop yourself in a different way, you can as well. So Elisa, you said you were, at what campus are you?
So I'm in the Tio in Utrecht.
Okay, so I actually studied at Amsterdam, so there you can see there are a lot of campuses already. And what do you like most about the campus in Utrecht?
Well, it's not too big and not too small. It has really like the feeling that you're safe and at home, and that's what I really love about it.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you. Yes, no, Amsterdam, I feel is the same. I think all TO campuses have a very safe and homey feeling, probably due to the fact that they're smaller. So our biggest campus only has 500 students. So this really gives you a homey feeling. But the other campus that you could still study hotel and event management at is TO Rotterdam. So these are the free campuses where you can study hotel and event management. And this gives me to the next part, which is our accreditations. Of course, you've learned a bit about TO, but something that is very important as well is the accreditation, because you would like to make sure that, well, once you have your diploma after graduating at TO, that you can also do something with it. And basically, by having lecturers who are currently working in the market, we ensure that the information that we teach is up to date. And not only that, we also offer a lot of help for students, such as through the study coaching, but also through management classes where you can find help with your time. So this really helps make sure that students are on top of their game during studying. Not only that, we also have a meeting every semester with the student representatives to make sure that if there are any issues, that these are resolved. So these are just some examples of how TO makes sure that students are happy and the quality is really safeguarded. So I would like to tell you a bit more about our tuition fees. So the yearly tuition fees are actually the same for Dutch students, international students, as well as non-EU students. And this would be 20,900 euros per year. And you will have to pay a 95 euro pay for us to look at your documents when you are applying. And if you are doing a 4-year course, just like Elisa is, then you will actually get 50% off on your 4th year. But Elisa, maybe you could tell me a bit more about what the tuition fee includes, because I know, that you've been doing some fun things during your study. So free to tell me.
What do you mean by like what it includes?
Like the study trips and those kind of things.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So next to all the materials and all the lessons that you have, you're also going to do a trip with all your students. You have extra classes that you can take. You have guest colleges that you can participate in. Really have different kind of things that you can go to. Of course, the career event. There are a lot of things to do.
Okay, thank you, Elisa. Exactly. So actually, everything is included once you have paid the tuition fee. So this means that the study trips, as well as company visits, all your books, all your materials, and as you mentioned, even guest lectures, etc., are all included. So this is very nice. So once you have paid everything, you don't need to worry about anything anymore. And this makes me come to the next point, which is basically for non-EU students. We have a package fee. This is to show the Dutch government that you have enough funding to study in the Netherlands. And the great thing is that by paying the package fee, Tio will actually help you apply for your visa. This is something very unique, so you are not alone in this. Tio will help you. All you need to do is provide the documents. We will help you with that as well. And then we will apply for your visa so that you can come study in the Netherlands. Furthermore, you will also be living with other students in our TO student housing. I've been to the one in Amsterdam, which I think is very lovely. It's very close by to the campus. So this is a really, really big advantage, as finding student housing in the Netherlands can be quite hard. And the end of the package fee is also the insurance. So you will get insurance included in this fee as well. And then at the end of the year, you will get back around 2,000 euros in deposits. So I'll quickly explain how you can apply if you would like to. It's very easy. You do not need to do this via any governmental website. You can just do this via our websites. And basically, you will go to our website, then choose your program, submit your documents, as I mentioned, and then you will have an online meeting where your offer will be accepted. And then, as I mentioned, for the non-EU students, you will have to pay, an invoice for the visa, for the package fee, and then we will start your visa application. Very important to note is that in order to get in to TO, all you need to have is a high school leaving diploma. This could be, for example, an IB diploma or an American diploma. And then, any high school diploma is fine. You can send it to us and we will check. And then you also need your English level certificates. So obviously, if you did an IB diploma, you will not need to show a proof of your English. But imagine you maybe did a German diploma or any other language. You can do an English language test and give it to us. And all you need to have is a B2 level. Important is the enrollment deadlines. The deadline to apply to start in September is in September for EU students and in July for non-EU. This is due to the visa, which will take a few weeks. And again, if you would like to start in January for EU students, you can apply until January. And for non-EU, you can apply until the 1st of November. So to finish off, a quick slide on how you can contact us. you can email us, and you can also send us a phone call, and you can reach us on WhatsApp as well. But Elise, maybe you can quickly wrap up and tell students what you really enjoyed about TO and why you think they should study hotel and event management.
Well, if you have a lot of difficulty in choosing what kind of thing you want to do in your life, then I suggest hotel and event management is a really good option. If you love hotels and having doing something with events, then you have so much variations in work or things to do. So that's why I chose it. And I think if you love hotel and event as well, it's the study for you.
Great, very great to hear. Thank you. That was it for me as well. I will maybe later tell you a bit more about why I enjoy TO. But first, I will give the word to Luc again for the polling and the questions. No, so unfortunately, TO is just a business school. This means that we really do focus on, business, entrepreneurship, tourism, and hospitality. We do have some of our subjects that include, for example, finance, but also web design and those kind of things. But we do not have a specific course on that, unfortunately. We have our study international tourism management, which is actually what I studied. We do not have something specifically on geotourism, but our international tourism bachelor does include a lot of tourism subjects that include geography. So I would not say specifically, but again, we do have some courses that include that topic. Yes, thank you for your question, Amiranza. I hope I said your name right. So yes, the admission requirements, as I mentioned, there are basically only two requirements. One of them would be to have your high school leaving diploma, and second of all would be to have your English language test. And yes, a TOEFL is accepted. You can just send your TOEFL to us, and then we will have a look and let you know if it is sufficient, or if you would need to do an extra test or need to send any other documents. So if you're ever hesitating, you can always just email us, and we are happy to have a look at your documents. So I guess thank you for your question, by the way, Diana. I guess what you would mean is that you would have graduated from 11th grade and not 12th or 13th grade. Um, Unfortunately, I cannot answer that right now. It depends on what high school leaving diploma you have, in what language you did it, and in what country. So the same answer as I answered for the last question. Please do feel free to send over your documents to admissions@tio.nl, and we will be very happy to have a look at it. And we will let you know if it suffices or not. So thank you for your question, Diana. Great. So I will quickly just touch up on that. Well, the Netherlands is opening up right now, and we have offered hybrid classes all along the way. So due to the fact that we have small classes, we have actually been able to have classes on campus for a very long time. But in case anyone does not feel good and would not like to come, they can also follow our classes online. But maybe Elisa, you could tell Jaydeep a bit more about your experience as a student right now.
Of course. So this year so far is actually been really good. We have been going to classes physically for the whole year, even though COVID was kind of struggling with the whole country. But for us, it was really awesome to wear mouth masks in school, but right now that's also off. So it really feels like we're back to normal, and that's really great to have back again.
I just wanted to say hi to everyone. I'm seeing a lot of different countries. I'm seeing people from India, Georgia, Pakistan, also Spain. So I just want to say thank you, first of all, already for coming. We really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed enjoyed the presentation. If you have any questions, You can ask them now. We're still here. We both studied at TO, so if you have any questions, please do ask. Maybe in the meantime, Elisa, would you like to, mention why people should come to TO in 3 words? I know it's hard, but since we're waiting anyway.
Give me 1 second because
If you
it's a
would like,
really difficult
I can
question.
start. So for me, the reason why I think people should study at TO is really due to the personal and small scale attention, the international aspect of it with internships, study abroad, and international students at the campuses. And I also just really think for your own personal development, it's so fun to be had in the Netherlands. So for me, that was the reason why I chose TO. But yeah, maybe Elisa, you can mention yours as well.
Well, of course, the international part is for me really important because after this, I would love to do something more international. And definitely the experience that the teachers have had is also for me something that inspires me to go on and to think more about, okay, what do I want to do later on? And definitely the small skilled classes is really important for me as well. Just the communication between the teacher student is for me just really important.
That's so cool to hear. Yes, so TO does offer 2 types of scholarships. These are actually only for international students, so not for Dutch students. And these 2 types of scholarships are based on motivation as well as on merit. So this means that they will look at your motivation and your grades overall, and based on this, you apply either for 25% scholarship of the tuition fee or 50% of the tuition fee scholarship. But important to note is that first you will apply to TO, then you will get accepted, go through the process as I mentioned before. And then once you've really been enrolled, that is only once you can apply for the scholarship. So scholarships are returned to you after you have already finished your application and have been enrolled. This is because TO does really want to encourage students and wants to help students, but they want to make sure that students don't see it as a free pass to just study in the Netherlands. They want to choose the students who have a unique story, who have something they're passionate about, or would like to start their own business. So if you would like to start your own business, or if you have something you're very passionate about that you think would be helped by studying at TO, please let us know about it in the motivation letter, and we'll take a look and see for you. So I hope that answers your question, Alena. Elisa, maybe you can answer this one since, well, you did your internship last year.
Well, yeah, you can choose your internship wherever you want. The only thing is your study coach has to approve of it if it's not already been chosen by another previous student. So that's the big thing. So you can choose wherever you want, but in the end, your study coach has to approve that it is a good internship for you.
Yes, precisely. So as we mentioned before, you can use our database, you can use the career events, well, you can even use the network of the teachers working at Tio. Basically, you can go wherever you would like. So if you would like to get work experience back home, this is also an option. All that you need to do is make sure that the company gets approved by your internship coach, just like Elisa mentioned. So this means that there needs to be a minimum amount of employees and those kind of small things. And then once it's accepted, you can basically do your internship wherever you would like. Actually, at the moment, I'm not sure if there are any Russian students at Tio University. I know we have had them, but I don't keep an eye on the number of students per year, so I'm not sure. But don't worry about any negative attitudes. I feel like at least if you're nice and other people are nice to you, everyone will be nice to each other. So do not worry about that. All international students are welcome. We really focus on the quality of our education, making sure that you feel safe and feel at home. And the Netherlands is a very open country with, well, very free ways of living. So I would not worry about that at all. Yes, you can apply and see for yourself. You will be pleasantly surprised about the Netherlands as well as Tio. So please don't worry about that at all. Oh, and I see Diana. Yes, well, thank you so much, all of you. I'm very happy that you came to have a look at the webinar. Also, the ones that are looking back at it, well, offline. So thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, do feel free to email us. And I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.